So what can you do in cows when there's no wind and there's fog everywhere? You're effectively stuck in port. We decided to practice on a level 1 with some reefing. There's no better way really than alongside to get an idea of all the different jobs and what we're trying to achieve, which in its essence is very simple. We're just reducing the sail area so that the boat is better balanced and able to sail efficiently. Now to do that we first have to prepare the boat for the reef. So there's several things we can do. The more we can prepare before we start reefing, the longer we'll be powered up and racing. So what we first need to do is make sure that we've got the halyards for the head sails moved onto clutches so that we've got use of those winches in the pit. Then we're going to need to prepare the topping lift so that we can grind on the topping lift when necessary and lift the boom. That's part of VMT. The other thing would be to get the clutch ready to open on the vang and also prepare lines. So prepare the reefing line you're going to be using and get that ready and ready to go onto a winch. Then you're going to get the Cunningham ready and have that ready to clip on to the new reefing point as and when you drop it in. Get the topping lift onto a winch, making sure to use the donut to direct the line, and get that topping lift dressed up and the tension taken out of it so that we're ready to go. When we're ready, the last thing we're going to do is just open the clutch on the main halyard so that when we're ready we can use the main halyard and drop the sail down. So now we're pretty much ready to go. VMT is the next thing we do. This is to depower the mainsail so that we can drop the sail and put the reef in. So first of all we need to grind on the topping lift whilst we're easing the main sheet. So VMT is vang, main, and T for topping. Okay, so the vang is open, we're easing the main and we're grinding on the topping lift. This depowers the main and lifts the boom. After we've done this, we can reef the mainsail. So that was all preparation. Next thing we need to do is ease the main halyard. As we ease the main halyard under control and the main is coming down to the first reefing point, we have somebody ready at the mast who's going to be ready to clip on the Cunningham to the reefing cringle. If we need to, we can have somebody up the mast to grab the reefing point and pull it down to the person at the bottom of the mast who has got the Cunningham ready to go. Once the reefing, while we're doing that, control the reefing lines. So somebody also can be controlling reefing lines, which tend to flog, especially when it's windy, and protect the crew. Now once you've got it down to deck level, you can clip on the Cunningham, and once that's clipped on, you pull it tight down to the gooseneck on the boom, and when that's done, that's Cunningham made. Once the Cunningham's made, we can then start to grind on the main halyard and put tension back into the luff of the sail, the front of the sail. So as we grind that on, we're watching to get the tension right, and once tension is correct, we call and stop grinding, and that's the front or luff of the sail made. So luff is made. Then we need to grind on the reefing line, which was prepared earlier, and as we grind on the reefing line, that pulls the back of the sail or the leech of the sail down to the boom. That's one of the reasons why we lift the boom with the topping lift, so that we're pulling the sail to the boom and not the boom to the sail, which would put an undue pressure on the lines. We don't want to tear that sail. I would obviously go down a little bit further than that. We didn't want to put too much tension on because we were alongside, but that would go down to the boom nice and tight, and then reef is in and the reef is made. All we've got to do then is tidy up, reverse VMT, so that means that we're going to be powering up the sail, grinding on the main sheet, easing the topping lift, and then close the vang. And once all of that is done, tidy the lines and make sure of course that you've closed the reefing clutches in the boom. So once that's done and all the lines are tidied, you put the halyards for the head sail back on the winches and make sure of course that when you finish with the topping lift you close the clutch.